Can you take us through your ablation day? Like what?
Yeah.
Yeah. Just walk us through that.
Sure. So, it's normally when you get like a surgery, they get you in like for a prep day where they do all kinds of stuff. There was no prep day. You just showed up, and it was during COVID, actually. So it was, I went in and they put me in this room. I had my own room with this TV and all that stuff. They plugged me in, and then she's like, well, he'll be in with you shortly. And then he came in, it's like this procedure will be about 45 minutes. At this point, they didn't give me anything. I mean, nothing, and I was a little anxious. I was hoping he would give me something to relax, but nothing. So the guy gets me in the bed thing, pulls me in the hallway, and he goes, I said, well, would I feel anything? He's like, well, we're going to put you under, but you're not going to be completely under. He said, sometimes people feel a little bit of pressure or, feel like we're doing something, especially when we put you in a tachycardia, because they have to put you in that mode in order to see what the problem is. Okay. And I was like, oh no, I don't want to feel anything. So we went in and I walked into this room and it was huge. I mean, TVs the size of this wall behind me, huge. Like, whoa. It was crazy. There was TVs, monitors all around with this bed in the middle, a huge room, bunch of people, like 10 people in the room. They laid me down and then they started talking among each other. And then she put some kind of medicine and she's like, okay, well, how you doing? And then, woo, I was gone. I don't remember any of it until I woke up in the room and my husband was right there. He's like, you done? I'm like, what? Wow. I just went in.
Yeah.
And so...
Geez, I hope mine's like that.
I know, right? I was just so grateful that I didn't feel anything. But they went in through the groin area, and it was a little tiny hole. Like you can feel it. You can even feel it or see it. It was very tiny. The only thing I did wrong was eat. I ate too much because I was really hungry. And they were like, here's some food. So I just went crazy and started eating. And that was not a good idea because it all came out in the car. Thankfully, I had a thing in my hand, but that was the only thing. But when I got home, I was kind of tired.
So was that the same day you went home?
I went home the same day. Yeah, they sent me home the same day. I didn't have any bleeding. Thankfully, everything went well. I was in the hospital maybe 3 more hours after the surgery, and then I was, they let me go. I got home. I was exhausted. I vomited again. I think because I was the medicine probably made me sick, and I was just exhausted. I fell asleep, and then the next morning I felt a little bit better. And maybe 3 days later I felt much better. I was back to myself. But I had a little bit of pressure just in my groin area where they went in, and my heart was doing kind of weird stuff. You could feel it. It was just kind of strange. For a couple of weeks, like it was just kind of weird. And then maybe a couple of months later, you could tell it was getting better because it was less and less and less. And maybe 4 months, I would think about 4 months, it went back to normal. But what I didn't do was go crazy. Like the doctor was like, hey, everything looks great. You can go do whatever you want. I'm like, oh no, I'm not doing that because I don't want to get back to doing this again. So what I did is I just took it easy. I didn't go work out. I didn't do anything for I think 4 weeks. I just took it easy. Like you can walk if you want to, but I walk a lot around the house because I'm doing stuff all the time. But I didn't want to do anything to my heart because it takes 6 weeks for the ablation for your heart to heal from this process. So I'm thinking, I don't want to go mess that up. So I just took it easy. And then right after the 6 weeks, I went back to the gym, started working out. And then I was fine.
Broken, it's tragic. We're not all elastic, but maybe there's magic. Believe you could have it. And I know of sadness, the anxious and panic, the infinite vastness of all